Well, how's she going today, tubes? So, it's Sunday. 40 above. Can you believe it? Actually, 40 above. It said 41, but it went down now. 1 or 2 degrees. When I looked at it earlier, it said 41. And right before I walked up the door, it said 38. So it went down a couple of degrees, but it'll probably kind of go up and down, you know, throughout the day, but it'll still stay above. So of course everything's kind of starting to melt, which is good. So yeah, I'll try to keep this video a little shorter. I know that the last video was like an hour and a half, so which is actually the longest video I've ever made. So, but I finally got my new catalog from the boss. My other one got a little dick, so I went and got me another one. I'll show you that in a little bit here. It's a little thicker than the last one I got, but I guess it's got more stuff in it too. So, yeah. So my new lights, my new slash used or old shop light here, you know, the new one that I bought. She's up there and she's working. Even though I don't need it on today, but I need the one for the workbench on so you guys can see the book. So I'm not gonna unplug all this bullshit. So I went and did some plowing. Here's my new stack there now. And the snow cats are out like a son of a bitch too. Unbelievable. They're trying to enjoy, I guess, the last few days of snow before it probably actually disappears. I tried to do a little bit more plowing of that snow along the side of the house. It's absolutely hard to rock. I think the snowblower probably could do it okay, but not the snowplow wouldn't do it. So, but I cleaned up the mailbox a little bit too. There, I didn't bother cleaning out the whole yard thing. I just plowed it up to the mailbox good enough so he can get in and get out with his car. I think next year I'm just going to try that. Well, next year I'll probably be snow blowing, maybe. But I think next year I'm just going to try to just plow it all into the road and just take it across the street. It's a little quicker. It's more time. I save more time that way, I guess, too. Plus that plow's getting wore out, so I don't want to be doing this any more than I have to. So, but I went to the farm yesterday. I haven't been there for like 2 months, so I went there, and my uncle got 2 new cows. They're both what the hell are they? I forget now, but Angus, that's what they are. They're those Angus cows. They're both black. They're only about, I think, 2 or 3 years old or something like that, and they're both pregnant. So they'll have a cow. He thinks, not my uncle, but the guy that brought him over. He says sometime maybe, I think next month or the month after, they should be calving. They should be having their calves. He thinks, he's not 100% sure. Because they breed their cows in the wintertime, so then they have their calves in the summertime. And we do it the opposite way because they need their bulls more than we do, so we just have our cows in the wintertime. And I got a cat watching me. Just sitting in the window. Sitting in the window. Yep, sitting in the window. So, yep. So he brought those over, a few days ago or something. I don't know. So, the only cow that he had left after that one died. There's one that died trying to have a calf. I think that happened last year. And then earlier this fall, when fall hit, there was that cow that had hurt herself. from what we still don't know, but she's long gone now. She's rotted away somewhere now. So, I guess she died. You know, I don't know what was wrong with her. She probably broke a bone, I guess, or something. I don't know. She seemed okay, but besides her legs didn't work too well. So, it's one that seemed kind of numb or something. But, you know, we figured since she's been sitting so long, it probably just went numb on her. So that's when he brought that lift over and tried to get blood to go back through it again, but that didn't last. So, but there's a separate video on that, so just go check that out and stuff. So yeah. So that'll give him. Well, if the cows have girls, the both of them, he'll have 4 cows, which isn't much, but he doesn't really want a lot. I don't know exactly how many he wants. I think he wants to keep it under 10, but me, I'm going to have a lot more than that because I need to make money off it. So I'm not farming yet anyway. So I got too many of my own damn things to do right now to worry about farming. I got to get my house problems. I got to get a snowblower on the garden tractor and get that car fixed and get some power put in the shop. That's probably going to take some time. So can't worry about the farming life right now. Plus, then if you do, then you gotta, you know, gotta get a tractor, you know, and all the attachments and stuff. Well, I can get a tractor anywhere pretty much, but it costs money too. So I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So yeah, freaking right. But it's definitely nice to see that we actually got some decent weather. But yeah, another thing too, well, like I said, I was going to the farm there, and I noticed that the road had some drifts in her and stuff from that last storm we had. I don't know, the road girl didn't bother plowing. It just plowed the main roads. It's just a stupid thing to do. Plow them all, you know. Stupid moron. So I went and plowed that road. Now this road right here, which you guys can't see, but I know where it is, didn't need to be plowed because the trucks had kept going up and down all day long, you know, every day. So they pretty much just squished the snow right down. But once you get past the 4-way there and you start going down to the farm, the trucks don't go down there. It was, you know, just the neighbors and stuff, my grandma. So there's a little bit of snow there to plow. So I went and plowed it. And I guess the John Deere snowblower again there broke down again. They just got done getting a part for the chute thing, you know. I guess that's what broke earlier. Well, after he got the part for that, a couple days later, then something else broke. So he's got the snowblower in 2 pieces now. So it must be something major, I guess. But so they don't have a snowblower, but they do have the big tractor. So he's just been kind of moving snow with that. I told him that you know, if they needed help moving snow, I could swing by and knock out a little bit. I kind of have to still take it easy, but after about probably even just 30 minutes or 40 minutes of driving Big Red, you know, my shoulder starts to hurt. You know, I did the farm road there, you know, and the time I got done doing that and visiting my grandma and visiting all the animals and the cows and stuff, my arm was just killing me. So it's like, yeah. So, but you know how it goes. So, but I seen that the driveway over there was blew in again. So, but they can't snow blow it. He's just got to use the big tractor. So, but you can tell that he already had plowed it once with the tractor because there's a big pile of snow across the street, you know, in the ditch. But he needs to learn how to clean up his mess afterwards, because he left a lot of big things like this around. You know, like this big thing there, but a lot bigger, right? I ain't got none around here to show you, but it's a lot bigger than that. So, but I guess it was frozen to the damn ground that I didn't know, and I whacked right into it. Fling! You could just, I could feel that. Holy shit! That's the first time I've ever hit something so damn hard. So that would explain why my plow so fucking wore out. But I mean, I've hit other stuff like that, you know, but not that damn hard, not that big either. So that put a big old shock through her. I'm surprised it didn't break anything. And then when I fired that Big Red, he kind of started peeing oil again. So it's not super bad this time, but just a little drivel. Enough to get the side of the engine wet. So I'm going to let him sit for a couple days, and I'm going to check the oil and see if it's still fine. Should be fine. There's plenty in there. So I'm going to wait for it to settle back down. It's probably settled down by now, but I'm going to wait till Monday for sure. That's just, that's tomorrow. So I had Big Red out running yesterday, Saturday. So I was plowing that road there and stuff, and I had to clean up the mailbox a little bit there and stuff. I kind of noticed he was, still peeing oil a little bit there. So, but it kind of stopped after a little while. Like, it wasn't dripping super bad that it was peeing down into the ground. It was just kind of getting the side of the engine kind of coated a little bit with oil. That's pisses me off because I want to keep that engine clean. When you look at engines from a long time ago, back in the day, they pee oil, right? Because the seals are going bad, but then it's like the owners don't care. They leave the stain of oil on the engine. Then you get dirt all over it, and it makes your engines look like shit. Keep them clean. They'd probably run a little cooler too. I bet you that all that dirt and crap sticks to the motor, and she gets probably even hotter. Explaining why you would burn through the oil so damn much. But I try to keep Big Red clean as possible. So same with the tractor. I think last summer I didn't wash it. I just blew it off with the air compressor, and it did make it look a lot cleaner. So, but yeah. So without Big Red's gonna have a nice big old fucking stain there, so I'm gonna try to clean that up. I hate that freaking dirtiness bullshit. I paid 10 grand for the son of a bitch. I'm gonna try to keep him as clean as possible. It does need a good cleaning. He's got leaves inside of him from fucking last year. I got seeds and shit in Big Red from the first year I bought him. Well, that's all up in in the skid plates and everything, and I ain't gonna take all that off just to clean it. So there's even dirt built up in them too, right underneath the between the transmission or the belt drive thing to the rear axle. There's a big pile of dirt behind there too. I tried to get some of it out, but such a damn awkward area. So like, yeah, it's not that. I haven't built up too much. I just have to clean it, but whatever. Fuck it. So, but yeah, but if Big Red keeps peeing oil even in the summertime, then I know that seal's going bad, so that's gonna have to get replaced. But that's not gonna happen right now. I'll see how he does this summer, but I'll just have to keep firing him up every couple of days so he doesn't leak so damn bad. But I don't know. There was one guy that was saying something too, that it's probably the cold that's shrinking the seals and making it pee oil. I've said that before too, so that's probably what it's doing. But why all of a sudden now? I've had it for 4 or 5 years, however long I've had the damn thing. That's the first time it's ever done that. So my guess is that seal's probably going bad, and it's probably just slowly going bad. It's been 4 years, so 5 years, however long it's fucking been. It's a 2010 model, but I bought it back in 2009, so late 2009, so it's been about 4 years, 5 years. I don't really keep track of that shit anymore. So, but yeah, if he keeps doing it, even in the summertime, it's going to have to get replaced. So this shouldn't really cost too much to have done. It's just that little seal. So, but yeah, there's lots of stuff on Big Red that needs to get replaced too. I got those 2 back tires that need to get replaced. I think I can get a couple more years out of them yet before they got to get replaced. So, that doesn't help, doing the burnouts and stuff too. But I haven't really done much of that either. So, I don't know if it's the garden crap that's so hard on it from pulling that big cultivator. But you think, doing that on dirt wouldn't really hurt the tires. Doing the burnouts is, yeah, that would definitely hurt it, but I've only done that a few times since I've had it, and I can't believe how much I've burned the rubber down. So, But I'm going to run until there's nothing left. Until it's just bare rubber, pretty much. I'm going to have to get new rubber, of course, then, because I don't have much of traction, but... So, yeah. So I guess we'll look at the new book here. This is the one for 2013. They don't have a 2014, but this is kind of the same. I'll give you a shot of the back too, I guess. I've had it since since yesterday, so she's only about a day or so old now. But so yeah, this was the one I've been waiting for. Took me about a week or so to get it. Not too bad. This is their newer book now. I have the old one, but that one I'm probably just going to throw away because it's got chewed up and stuff from the cats. So sometimes when the books are sitting like this and the cats like to nibble on the fucking ends of them, it pisses me off. So we'll just kind of glance through it and everything. So I know I don't plan on getting a plow anytime soon, but you know, I might as well show it off a little bit, you know. So a lot of people that work in that place. Holy shit. So yeah, that's their mount for their, you know, when they put a plow in the truck, that's their mounty Dewey there. So not too bad for clearance. So, and I guess this is their 3 best-selling plows. I guess their Power V, which is the one I like a lot, is the best-selling one around. So, but yeah, I like the DXTs. I also kind of, I like the stainless steel one, but I like the red ones better. I don't know if you can get the Power V in stainless steel. I don't think so, but you know, they're probably working on it. And I don't know how they do this, but if you look carefully, that you can tell that this is kind of like a backwards picture because there's the wipers and there's the antenna. That's the opposite way, and you don't see the driver. The driver's over here. But when you look here, it's right. So I don't know what they did, but you can see how the boss is, everything's on this side. So it's kind of like it's been, you know, turned around, it's backwards. So that's the only thing I don't like about it, but you know, it's not a super big deal, I guess. And their DXTs look so small in here, but then when you see a video of it, they're so much bigger. So there's their stainless steel one, which is okay, but you know, I would rather have the red ones because they stand out a lot more. I think it'd be a lot safer having that one. Here's their Power V XT. I'm not really a big fan of this one, but I mean, if that's the only plow they add, I'd be okay with it. It's still a boss, it ain't gonna matter. So I think this one's a little bit more beefier than the Power V, but probably not by much. So, and then they do have wings, extensions, and stuff. Yeah, here's my favorite plow, the Power V. You can see how, you know, big it is. It's not very big, so it'll probably be good enough for me. So yeah, they have it in a 7.6, 8.2, and a 9.2. I'd probably most likely get the 9.2. I'll probably need to get in the trucks. Trucks are pretty big, and they do make straight blades, which I'm not super big fan of, but they get the job done. Again, if that's all they had, I would be okay with it. Get the biggest, heavy dutiest model they got. So yeah. Oh, I almost dropped the camera. They got the trip edge. I wish my snowplow had that trip edge thing. Yep, and there's the Sport Duty, which I think is like a lighter duty plow. It's not quite so heavy duty. A 7-foot and a 6 inches plow, or they got a 7-foot and then a 7-foot and 6 inches plow. You know, it's a wee bit bigger by 6 inches. And they have the trip edge skid steer plow. Again, a straight blade, which is fine on skid steers, but you know, for sakes. So there's another one, another straight blade. And there's my favorite blade again, the Power V. As they're just talking about other stuff. So And they're getting into the box plows. Some people call them pushers, but you know. I think for this loader here, for this big guy, they only got one size, and that's the BX12. Which, I don't know what that means. Like, 12 feet wide, I suppose? I don't know. Doesn't really say. You can go on the internet, it would say. And then they got the one for the skid steers. If I had a skid steer, this is what I would get, for sure. You know. And then they got the UTVs. They're like, you know, like the big Rangers, you know, John Deere and stuff. And then, of course, my favorite, the new ATV plows. The 5-foot, or 60 inches. The only thing, I guess there's another thing I don't like about this plow, is, and where to say, it's a poly. Like, it's not all steel. That's what I would want, but I guess this is lighter too, you know. That's how they have it hooked up to your ATV, you know. It's the same way as mine, but see, that it's just, this thing's different now. And you can still have your winch in place. There's kind of a side view, but that's not a very big picture, so. But that's what Big Red would look like if that was hooked on. Now my ATV is red, so of course this plow would match. See, this one doesn't really match. Well, that's okay, I guess. It does, I guess, but it's got a turn on. It's got the full blade trip design. High performance hydraulic package, enclosed hydraulics, which means the hydraulic motor and the pumps and everything, they're all in its own little cover thingy. See, they're hanging out there. You know, same thing here. Heavy duty push frame, chainless hydraulic cylinder lifting system, which is nice because you can probably even use it as like back dragging too. I don't think you can put much downforce on there. That's better than nothing. And then the ground clearance, which is, you know, how they have it up. A 2-year. The ground clearance, I think, is how high the plow can go up. I guess, I don't know, or it's probably, I don't know. It's gonna, whatever. I don't know. Highest blade lift. Okay, that's for how high the plow can go up. Which it probably goes up about the same. Well, mine can go almost up to the top. This would probably almost do the same. A 2-year limited warranty, so, which is nice. Handlebar switch box controller, and the quick attach design. Smart shield. You know, that's what their paint finish is. So that's what it would look So, pretty fancy. And then their spreaders. I think this is the biggest model they have right now. But, you know, they're always coming up with better stuff every year, so. Which is good. And then they got the smaller versions of it, you know, that are just going to do small stuff. They got walk-behinds, too. Or, yeah, walk-behinds. That's something new that they're doing now, too. Am I missing a page here? 32, 33. And then their smart hitch. And they got controllers, how you can run the plows, you know. This is their newest one they come out with now. So, my favorite plow, the XT. And then the curb guard. That's just, you know, this thing hanging out the end. I don't know if I would need that. I probably should have it on just for safety reasons, too, in case I do have to plow something, you know, someday. And then, their rubber snow deflectors for V's and straight blades. Their new cutting edge designs. And the walk behind broadcast spreader and then a drop spreader. You can get a light thing for those UTVs. I don't think you can get it for the ATVs though. Just some extra stuff for the plows. Touch-up paint, you know, maintenance stuff. Hydraulic oil. Emergency kit bag, which you get a hat, bottle of oil, spare spring. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't even know what that is. But you get some bolts and washers and nuts. Some other kind of stuff. And a strap. Which I guess is so if the plow should break, then you can strap it up and holds it up so you can travel. Spare hydraulic rams, skid shoes. Now they got dolly wheels, which you can put on your plow if you're going to move your plow around a lot. A storage, or not a storage thingy, but a ballast retainer thing so you can put some sandbags in and stuff. Straight blades for downsized 4x4s and 1.5 ton trucks and SUVs. That's these balls up there. Some more straight blades for skid steers, Power V plows, their DXT, or not their DXT, their VXT. And then they're big sons of bitches in red and stainless steel. They're box plows or blades or pushers, more V's and straight. And then they're tailgate spreaders, and then there's box spreaders. Some more plows, ATV plow. Right now they only have the Poly 5-foot. I want a steel one. So I think stainless steel would be cool too. I would probably get a stainless steel. I don't know, but and they got their specs. 60 inches. God damn! I keep dropping my camera. Vertical support ribs for 2 return springs to cutting edge. Tells you the thickness. Plow lifting hydraulic angle hydraulic package high performance paint finish smart shield. Control box, switch box, weight complete, weighs 178 pounds. Typical stuff. Warranty 2 years. Installation time, if you were to do it yourself, would be 2.5 hours. Holy shit. Snow deflector, optional. Okay, so you can get it. Cool. I didn't know if you could get it. And then their gear. I want to get their hat. I have their, not this mug, but I have a like one made out of glass, kind of like. It's a coffee mug or whatever. Stuff. I got one of those. I think I paid like $15 for it. Get a hat, sweaters, and shirts and stuff. And then their stuff. And stuff. So yeah. That's their new catalog. You can like them on Facebook, Twitter. Check them out on YouTube, which I have. And on Facebook, and in the Inn, which is probably like any other goddamn website out there. So, but I'm not on the Inn, so. Of course, in this, if you were to, I think this is where they would put your address and stuff, but they put it on that piece of paper, so they don't put it on the book then. So, but yeah, that's the new catalog. I got the 2012 one, but I'm not going to show it because it's pretty tore up. I'm probably going to let her go. That's got pretty much the same stuff as in this, but this has just got a few more things, right? So. Yeah, I definitely like looking at her. I definitely learned a lot looking at that stuff, But it's been a while since the boss had actually come out with a video on YouTube. I think it's been, I thought it said 2 months, but I don't think it's been quite that long. It was either 2 months or 2 weeks, but I'm pretty sure it was 2 months. But I guess they don't have time for videos, so which is fine. But yeah, holy crap, that brightness. I keep forgetting to take my light box in. So I better try to do that today. Rip that damn sticker off and keep it. So, but yeah, the snowcats are out. Doing their thing. Snowplow guys are out doing their thing. Sounds like there's somebody grinding on the bridge over there. But whatever. But yeah, so. I know that, what the hell is his damn name again? Son of a bitch. Mossman. He was telling me about that there's a guy that you can look up on the internet that also sells the Boss Plow stuff. And he says that they'll ship. He says he's not 100% sure for around here, but I guess around where he lives there is. But the thing is too, I don't know if I'm not going to do it because maybe later on. Just because, I don't really want to deal with the wiring. Putting that mount on, that goes on the underneath, it's not that bad. I think I could do that myself. But for the wiring and shit, I am not going to deal with that. I think I'll just wait until I get a truck. But then if I do get a truck, I'm probably not going to put one on an ATV. I'll just have one on the truck. I don't know. I like Boss stuff, you know, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just go nuts on it and have one on the truck and the ATV. The ATV would just be a backup then, but like I said, I don't really have room for all this crap. So I really have to expand, either get a bigger shop or whatever. So, but I'm just kind of waiting around. You know, I want to put a shop up on the farm there too, but can't really do anything right now with other family members in the way. So, because yeah, I tell my grandma that I want to do stuff. Now she knows that once she passes on, which, you know, could be in another 5, 10 years or even 15 years, who knows, you know, but when she passes on, so it's all going to be up to pretty much all me to run that place. But she knows that I want to put some buildings on. You know, there's buildings that are going to have to get tore down because they're just beyond repair. They're just going to have to totally be destroyed and rebuilt, which sucks because, you know, my great-grandpa put those on, you know, and they've been there ever since. So, well, they've probably been on there even longer than that. I don't know, but they've been on there long enough. So, they don't get taken care of the best, you know. They've been kind of going to shit. So, they have to come down, unfortunately. But they just put bigger and newer stuff up, too. So, like right now we have that wooden grain bin, which was not a bin, it's not round, but it holds grain for us. It's like a building. And, she holds grain on one end, and on the other end she holds fucking junk, which is stupid. But the roof there is getting holes in her, and the floor is kind of caving in. The step there that was on there, that gave way, so we had to make a new one. It's actually got grain in it right now. Well, it should anyway, even from whenever the last time we harvested wheat off that damn thing, which was probably not last year, but the year before, I think, if I can remember right. I don't know, but. Yeah, it definitely wasn't last summer. So last summer we didn't do anything. We just disked it a few times, cultivated it or whatever. So it was the year before, and we still got. I'm pretty sure there's still grain in it, and he gave us quite a bit. So you know, and we don't. My grandma or my uncle doesn't really take any of it. He just feeds, you know, the chop shit, you know, which is corn, grain, or corn, wheat, oats, a little bit of barley, soybeans, corn. I think I said corn, didn't I? I don't know. But it's all that. It's all grounded up, you know, and stuff, grinded up. And it pretty much all just turns into like a powder stuff then. But that's what the cows kind of like to eat. They like that flavoring, I guess. So we just have wheat in the bin, and then she feeds that to her animals. And she also gets a couple 50-pound bags of corn, cracked corn, and she mixes that in too. So they get a good treat every now and then. So, but yeah. But, so I forgot to kind of tell you guys this too, but I haven't heard anything back from the bank yet. Now, it is Sunday, so they ain't going to call me on the weekend. But I thought they would have called me Friday, but maybe they haven't gotten it yet, or something, I don't know. So, yeah. Well, maybe they'll call me Monday. If not, well, I don't know. I'll just call them and be like, hey, did you get my damn paper yet? And what the hell's going on? I mailed it back to you, so yeah. But we'll see. Hopefully, they say yeah, because I need to get shit done. I kind of want to get shit done, you know. So, but yeah. It's actually nice to be seeing some nice weather for once, you know. It's almost 40 out. Well, it was 40 earlier. So this will be nice. This will melt some things off and stuff. It looks like the main roads are getting all nice and shiny clean again. So that's good, but I'm surprised I even got 40. I think tomorrow it's supposed to get like 45. It's supposed to get a little bit warmer, but I don't think by much. So, but it's definitely hard to look out here. So everything's freaking white. So, but yeah, there's not much to do on a day like this. That's why I just decided to make a video. Get some use out of this fucking day. So, yeah, be glad when summer comes. Be glad when this winter bullshit is over with. Get some other things done, you know. And then it'll be time to mow. Time to mow the grass, so, which is better. I don't like plowing snow. Even if I had a snowblower, I probably still wouldn't like it because I don't want to deal with the fucking snow, you know. But, well, you know, what can you do? So, well, yeah, we did get a little bit of snow, I think, that one night. Yeah, it was when it was that day when I had put in this light in and I had made that video, or uploaded it, and, no, it was when I made it. It snowed a little bit. They were saying about an inch. Well, we got about that, so, but, still had to kind of plow it anyway, because when the road grader come by, he plows in my driveway, so, it wasn't that bad. I could have left it, but there's already going to be such a goddamn hump there again. I don't know what's up with that damn section of the fucking driveway. I'm so sick of it. At the end of the season, which is right around this time, I always get a goddamn hump at the end of the driveway. It's always freaking stupid. Now, if I had the snowblower on the tractor, I probably could grind that right out. Or if I had the loader for it, I could bust it up. Get rid of it, because it's definitely hard on the cars, you know, because makes that damn suspension work. She's pretty bad right now, so I guess I could take a shovel to it or a spade and dig it out, but fuck that, I ain't doing all that work. I'll just let it stay there, I guess, and work on it later on, or let it just melt on its own. So I tried to get the plow to dig in, but the plow wasn't digging in. I gotta hit it just right. Otherwise I won't be able to dig in, which I didn't hit it right, so. But I didn't have time for it. I wanted to get other things done, so. Just went and did that, and there you go. So. But I hope we can get some nice weather for a while. I hope it stays this way. It would be nice, because I'm so sick and tired of this cold. I guess it's getting pretty nice over by Double Strike's place there, too. He's getting some. He's got a river or a pond, or not a pond, but a river or something moving already. So that's pretty good. But it'll be a little while yet before the big river over here moves, because that's still frozen. So that would be about another month or so, depending on how nice it gets, you know. So, but yeah. Oh boy. Really not much going on today, I guess, you know, just didn't really plan on talking about much of anything, because there really isn't nothing to talk about. Just wanted to show you guys this book, you know, I suppose none of you guys really care, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, how you doing, kitty kitty? So, but yeah. I don't know what's happened to half of my freaking subscribers. I don't know if they're just not watching anymore or what, but they just seem to be not there anymore. I haven't heard from Savage No More in a few days, so I don't know what the hell he's up to. I don't know if he's dead or just not watching anymore. And we're after 6. Well, he comes and goes every now and then. So, and there's a few other people too. I noticed that my views are still climbing, but no likes, no comments. I mean, if you're gonna watch, why not freaking like? But I kind of think that there's people that don't even have a YouTube account. You know, they're just random people just watching. I got a good idea who's doing it too, but I'm not gonna say their names because this is no one else's damn business. You know, so. But you know, whatever. Who fucking cares? So I know my videos are kind of boring right now, so there's not much I can do about it, guys. If I get the snow blower, then we'll get some snow blowing vids, hopefully. I don't know, the snow might freaking melt before then. Oh well, if we don't, we don't. So, I'm sure there'll still be some snow yet. If he calls Monday, says yeah, then I'll probably be calling John Deere on Monday too. or Tuesday for sure. Get that damn tractor going. That tractor would start probably now, but unfortunately I don't need it, so. And I'm not going to take the mower deck off and crap off it now because, you know, who knows if they're even going to do it, you know, so I'm not going to waste time on that. I'll just do it when they say, yeah. Of course, I have to get my uncle down here too. I'll have to help, so I can't do it all. So, I haven't even checked up on my Northern tool order yet. I don't think that'll be coming yet. Probably Monday or Tuesday. They're saying Tuesday last time I looked, but they might have changed it now. It might be Monday. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna worry about it. Can't believe I'm getting another damn hump here again. See, I'm getting a hump here again too. That's because, you know, the snow stays here and I don't ever shovel it, and I walk on it and then it builds up. That's what's going on at the end of the driveway too, for some damn reason. Sometimes I don't plow snow, you know, and the road grader comes by and he just makes just a little bit of a pile of snow, alright? Cars run it over. Then it gets compacted down, you know, and then that just kind of keeps happening throughout the winter. And then by the time you get to this time of the year, it's up to your damn knees. So, well, it ain't quite that far, but, you know, there's quite a bit there, so. I can't remember which shovel I used to scrape. I think I used this one, but this thing ain't gonna. Sure is going to take the load. I probably could back Big Red in here, I guess, and then try to scrape that, but the plow would probably just freaking go right over it. This thing's so stupid. I got that skid shoe, because it'd be on the left side of it. It's loose again. That's why I want to quit plowing. It's just like, you know, I spend more time working on the son of a bitch than I do actually plowing fucking snow. But it's so wore out too. It needs a lot of work done to it. It needs a new scraping edge. Needs new skid shoes, that's for damn sure. And then needs that somewhere in the swinging thing. It needs to get welded or something because it's got a lot of slop in that too. So it's awesome, boys. Freaking awesome. Now I've only had it 4 or 5 years, but you gotta understand too. I move a lot of fucking snow. A lot of fucking snow. I move more. I think I move more. Then my uncle blows snow. But my grandma thinks that he blows more snow than I do. Well, maybe he does, but, you know, a lot of things, you know, I ram my snow too, and that fucks everything up all the more. So, but yeah. I just hope that when I do snow blow, the tractor doesn't get stuck on me. I do have Big Red to pull me out, but, you know, then it takes 2 people, you know, and, oh, Jesus Christ. But I've gotten Big Red stuck a lot too, so it wouldn't be shocking to me if I did get the tractor stuck. So, but hopefully it'll get done, get a blower on it, be done with it. Double O Strike thinks that cab could be heated too. I don't know if it can be because it's not really, I don't think it's like an airtight cab. It's just kind of like, it'll keep some of the wind off you pretty much. So I don't think it's heatable. If it is, you probably could just put your own heater and you could just buy it from John Deere, and, you know, I mean, I don't want to do it, but I don't want that cab being permanent either. So see, the thing is that when they put the wiring in, they would have to make it, you know, detachable somewhere along the ways, because I have to be able to unplug it and take the cab off. And it's gonna suck too, because where am I gonna put the fucking cab? I'm running out of room. There's a snowblower, the wheel weights, the chains, and God, who else knows what the hell else has to go back here. You know, and the freaking cab, that's got to go back here too. I'm not going to have any room. I'm going to need a bigger fucking shop pretty soon. So, but we'll be fine for now. As long as I only do like one project at a time, oops, turn this off. We'll have plenty of room, but like I said, I don't know if building a dump cart thing will work or will get done this year or not, but I kind of like to at least get the dump cart here anyway. And then I want to buy the I want to get power in here actually. That's what I should do first, because I need to get, because when I get the power in here, I got to get the welder back here. Then I got to get the plasma cutter, because I know I'm going to fucking need it. So Plasma cutters are like $400 or $500. Air compressor, that's probably another $600. Even though I could do it with the old guy, but you know, that thing's so damn old. It's not really worth making it go through all that work. So, gotta get me a new one of those. It's gonna just be like another, you know, another 20 gallon, but it'll be a bigger, it'll be the ones that are, I guess it's vertical. Instead of laying, you know, like my old one is, I think that's a horizontal tank. I think, if I'm thinking of it right. Like, instead of the tank being long, left to right, it would be tall, up and down. I think that's vertical. So, that's the kind I want, because it'll save a little bit of space for me. So, well, once you do that, I think we'll be pretty much good to go. For now, anyway, so we can get some other crap done. Still got to get that 20-ton hydraulic press, too, but that'll be a freaking nightmare to put together. But I don't really need it right now, but you never know, right? So, but we'll be okay for now. I'm just going to get some small things done for now, and hopefully we can, hopefully try to get power put in here. I don't know. If I have to get someone from the cities, well, they're going to charge a lot for mileage. So, I might just have to, well, let's say it'll cost them, if they come from the cities, let's just say it costs them $2,000. Now, I don't think it'll cost me $2,000, but, you know, I'm just saying as an example. And all I have left is $1,500 out of everything else. Well, the thing is, I'm going to have to add money into that, you know, to make it grow again. So, which is fine, I guess, but I get tempted to spend it then. But I have to try not to, I guess, spend it. So, and I had my money from my great grandma. Well, I wanted to keep it for the tractor. Really, I wanted to keep some of that for the tractor, and no, that didn't happen. I ended up spending most of it, if not all of it. Well, there was still some left over. But then it got down to, well, we need so much food, you know, we need this and that, you know. It's like, holy crap, you know, we can never save. So, whatever, if you need stuff too, but, you know, what can you do, right? So, but, you know, whatever, it's fine. We'll get it done eventually, right? So, yeah, it's another one of those long videos again. I do apologize. Well, at least it won't be an hour and a half, hopefully. It might be close to an hour, but that's too damn bad. It's the way I like making my videos. So, oh Christ, I think I need a new. I think I might need a new ladder pretty soon too, but not exactly. This is just because of the flooring. It's a little not stable. Oh well, frig it. She works. She gets the job done. So, yeah, and the past couple of days too, I've been hearing a goddamn airplane. It's freaking annoying. I heard an airplane late at night. It was like at 9 or 10 at night. Come roaring past my house, and the next day I heard another one. It's probably the same one actually, but you know, during the night, come on, people are trying to sleep. You know, people are getting ready to go to sleep. So, well, whatever. They probably got things to do anyway. I don't know. So. But yeah, and we'll be doing a, if I can show you here, I guess I do this, full start to the John Deere trimmer pretty soon. I have made a video before on it, but I'll probably do it again this year, because, you know, I got more subscribers now, so, even though I don't know who the hell they are, because I don't know if they watch my videos, they don't say anything, so I don't know, they probably just watch. They're just like the watching type, they don't like the comment. Which I think is kind of stupid, but I guess what can you do? Everyone's different, I guess. I don't really give a fuck, so I'm just gonna keep making videos. So, but they're gonna be a little boring for right now until I know what happens with the tractor. So, but this will probably be. I'm gonna try to upload it today, but I'm probably not gonna release it till probably tomorrow, because I've uploaded that video yesterday, that big hour and a half one, and hasn't really. Yeah, it's got 22 views, but, you know, no comments or anything. I know that my main subscribers haven't watched it yet, so I'm going to give them a chance to watch it, so I'll probably upload this one. Well, I'm probably going to upload it today, but I'll probably release it tomorrow, and then it'll be good. So this video won't be, it's going to need some editing anyways, so, but whatever, it's fine. But I suppose, guys, I'll probably take off then. I think I've bored you guys enough with my bullshit stories. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this new book and stuff. I figured you guys would kind of like it. I don't know if anyone else is a Boss fan or not. I am. So, but yeah. Stupid snow, go away. Be glad when it does. Fuck. I kind of fucked up that one last time I plowed. I had accidentally left some snow behind. I came back after coming back from the farm, and I went and re-scraped this up again. So I made it look pretty again. It's too heavy now to even try to move it. I was going to try to ram it, but fuck it. If we run out of room, I'll just I guess start stacking it somewhere else. So I'll probably just have to try to knock open that section over there and take some of the trail snow there and just do all this, I guess, by hand. That's if I ever got enough, so much snow that it built up to there, you know, but I could have knocked open this section too, I guess. But it's so hard to get Big Red to turn around in this damn area, especially now when you got all this crap here, so. But whatever, it's fine. I'm not going to worry about her. By the time we ever get that much snow, it should already be spring. Won't be a big deal, I guess, so. But yeah, I'll be glad when I can take the weights off Big Red and the plow. And I gotta take that box in, so I'm gonna put that box. The box has been on here for 2 days now. I'm gonna put it right here, or on the ground. However that went. Ah, fuck, I can lay there, fuck it. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna take off, so I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, I guess have a good day, tubes. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.